Armed and Deadly or Armed and Fabulous? In the final segment of a three-part series, News Center 16's Tricia Hart found out why women who initially turned to guns for protection are turning their time at the range into recreation. Tricia?
Well, Mo, when women go to firing ranges, they have options that they didn't have before. Now take a look at these targets now available. This one, instead of being black or gray, is pink. Well, this second target I have here, it's designed to look like a potential attacker. And the point of adding these elements isn't just to make firing any less serious. Instead, it's to engage people, especially women, and not just self-defense, but marksmanship as well. Take a look.
This was my first gun. Cute.
It started with a single one-on-one lesson.
I shot some guns, and then I came back the next day and I bought one and just loved it.
It's since turned into a full-blown hobby for this mother of four, Katie Schaefer.
This one I just love. I have all my pictures of my zombies, and I'll put it on my Facebook and I say, shooting zombies today.
Katie isn't alone in her newfound love of firearms and shooting. There's an entire network of women promoting the Armed and Fabulous lifestyle, complete with Facebook pages, meeting groups, and plenty of merchandise.
This is my 9mm, but it kicks back a lot, so it's not as much fun because it scares me. So I'll get used to it because I practice. Put a bullet in there, press it down, and then ready.
The Indiana State Police publishes the number of active licenses in each county and each gender. According to those records, in 2012, there were 1,935 active firearm licenses for women in Elkhart County. 1 year later, that number jumped to more than 2,500. Over in St. Joe County, the number of women licensed to carry firearms climbed 10% since last year.
I sleep better at night. I literally sleep better at night. First question people ask me, you know, could you really shoot someone? And I'd say, if it was my children or my loved one or my safety, in a second.
To get that safety, it takes time, money, and training.
I do the right thing. You know, it cost me a fortune. I had to go take time off work. I went down to get my name changed.
Registration starts online, and depending on the type of permit, fees vary. Applicants then go to their local law enforcement agency for fingerprinting and approval.
And they ask you all these questions about mental health, and I was like, oh God, okay, I don't think I'm crazy. They ask about if you've had, you know, so they ask all these questions. They do a background check and everything else.
But as Katie points out, it's worth the wait, because with each new firearm and practice session, she feels closer to the proud community of gun owners.
Isn't it, darling?
Which just so happens to include some of her family as well.
Now he's stuffed. His whole house he has, you know, stuffed, big game.
Now, Katie does travel a lot and has a license to carry her firearm with her for self-protection, but she's also gotten her entire family into shooting as well. Now, you can see she represents that growing demographic of women who purchase the guns and all the merchandising. We're talking the holsters, purses, carrying bags, and gun safes. And Mo, just like a sport, there's plenty of equipment to go along with this as well.
Yeah, it sure looked like it. And after watching your series, it's clear that more women really are getting into firearms, but just how many?
Now, since 2005, it's jumped 77%. So now about 1 out of every 4 women reportedly owns a firearm, keeps it in their house. And I met women who got into it for all the different reasons. We have people that got into it for self-defense, others who were hunters, they were in the military, ROTC. And then there's the group like the woman tonight who got into it for protection, but then took it to a whole nother level and got really engaged in that strong gun culture out there.
Okay, interesting look. Thanks a lot, Tricia.